All right. Another challenging defense this week for us. We're coming off a game against Philly, who had one of the top defenses in the league, just going right to another one. Top in scoring and in scoring defense. So another great challenge for us. We need to kind of pick up where we left off in that last game. Kind of found some consistency in that game, and need to carry that into next week.
How was calling plays with a lead for a change early?
Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was a. I thought our guys really handled the game plan well. I thought they really played at a consistent level. You could see pretty much the whole game that they were on it. We had a lot of nice plays, some big plays, but just consistent throwing and catching, blocking, running the ball a little bit as well. So that was nice to see.
How does the lead early change how you call a game? Does it mean you stick with the playbook more than you would in trailing, obviously?
Well, you probably not. I don't know if this is too general, but probably just not making as many adjustments. Probably, when you're playing from behind a little bit, sometimes you're trying to figure things out, trying to get it done faster, maybe. But once we were able to get those points on the board, I think it was a little bit more freeing, maybe a little bit for everybody.
Was there a real key to why the offense kind of got going a little faster in this game than it has in some others?
Yeah, I mean, number one, we executed pretty well. That first drive, that we did a nice job. We hit those first couple third down conversions. That's really big for you. And I thought we came out with a good edge to us and a really nice focus. And we were able to put those plays back, back together, back to back to back, and made really nice throws, really nice catches. Guys were running and executing the plays really well, whether it was run or whether it was pass. And I think that really got us going.
I think Doug said after the game that he felt like there was more of a sense of calm and poise from the get-go for the offense this week than there had been some prior times, and that might have helped facilitate things as well. Did you feel that?
Well, I thought they did a really nice job with the game plan. I would say it was, there was some new stuff for them, and I thought they handled it really well. I thought it's always the mental part. Are they going to be able to remember all the stuff that we're asking them to do? And they went out there and they handled it great. They did feel very confident. They felt like they were ready to go, kind of chomping at the bit to get that to get to the game. Kind of a little maybe chip on their shoulder as well. So, but I thought they played confident. I don't know if that is calm, but they played really confident.
Have you seen the net kind of develop this year? Seems like he's been pretty active the last couple of games.
Yeah, Nick's done a great job really since the first day that he's gotten here, and there's just at times you finally find your opportunity and find your niche, and he was able to do that. He's been able to do that for our offense, and kind of finding some nice plays in there. We were kind of spelling him and Luke a little bit, to make sure that we were going to have Luke for the whole time, and so it's a really nice deep position for us with all three, Jimmy and Luke and Nick, and they all kind of bring different features to our offense, and we really like what we're getting out of Nick.
Russell has one of the better passer ratings against the blitz this season. What are the qualities of a good quarterback that allow him to succeed in those situations?
I think confidence and poise. He's got great poise. He really does, and he's got great confidence in. He's got confidence in the communication that's taking place up in front, and with the offensive line, the communication with him in the line, and then him in the backs. He's got a great handle on the different looks that the defense might present to him, and there's oftentimes those are unscouted looks. We'll practice a bunch, and then of course they're game planning too, and they try to put something new out there. So he's just got great confidence, really poised. The big play that we hit to Doug was just a great example of that, where we handled the pressure well. We were able to make the blocks and able to make adjustments in the routes, and then make a big play. And it's something that we really take pride in. We practice it every single day. We talk about it every single day. We have all kinds of meetings about it, and the Seahawks kind of have a way about them for against the pressure, and Russell leads the way with that.
Is there a skill in detecting that even when it's not readily apparent?
For sure, yeah, for sure. You have to be able to recognize those things, and then sometimes it's really subtle, and it's just little nuances. Obviously, you can help yourself sometimes with the cadence, but it's just basically tape study, recognizing where guys are standing. I mean, there's so many things that we're trying to get tells from the defense, and like I said, he's got great confidence to see that, and he studies just so much tape to be able to be confident in that. And then the poise, you have to be poised about yourself to be able to stand there and know, okay, I know that I'm protected on this one, and I can stand there and make this throw, or okay, I know that I got this much time till one guy's going to be free, and he knows which guy's going to be free, and that's that takes poise.
Touchdown on McKissick came with him out on the linebackers. When you have a running back who can basically play receivers, how big a piece of that is that?
Yeah, it's a big piece. You can look around the league. Whether it's New England, whether it's Atlanta, and and us with JD and Mike can do a great job out there as well. CJ, when we have CJ, so it's really a great weapon, and it depends on that matchup. We're always evaluating those matchups, and if the defense will ever give you that matchup, and we were able to kind of a perfect storm and get a great matchup out there.
Did you know that was a Galilean transformation? Russell was doing that.
No idea. We actually were joking about that to tell Coach we needed to call that guy.
To the naked eye, it seems like the offensive line has improved pretty dramatically over the last month. I don't know if you agree with that, but if you do, does that affect the way you call plays at all, or which plays you call, knowing that Russell might get a little more time to throw or whatnot?
Oh, for sure. I mean, all of that adds to confidence. Whether it's the confidence of those guys playing together, I think they are playing better. To answer, the first part of it, I think it's just time together, with Dwayne and Luke finally getting to practice together. Today they're standing out there together. It's like, yes, they get to practice. And we have a guy in Ethan that's got some great flexibility. We move him over to the other side. So the communication didn't change, but still he has to get a feel with Jermaine and how, how they're going to come off their combinations and how they're going to play twists and all those kind of things they're trying to work out. So there's great confidence there, and then I know that the quarterback gains more confidence the more that there's a wall built in front of him, and then maybe the style of plays, the things that we can ask them to do, we learn each one of their skill sets. Okay, can we pull these guys? Can we not pull them? What kind of protection styles can we ask them to do? And obviously that's a real important piece. We're trying to move around protections. You don't ever want to stay in one because the defense can just attack that protection, and so all that confidence and stuff really helps.
You touched on Jacksonville off the top, but what challenges does their defense present, especially those edge rushers?
I think it's their rush, and I would say it's really all four. I mean, they have really a deep front. We got Calais Campbell, that's obviously one of the tops in the leagues, and we know him from our days here at Arizona. And again, it's the tenacity which they bring. I know whenever you can get a rush with four guys and you don't have to add extra rushers, I mean that's pretty impressive, and that's what they're able to do. They're able to wreak havoc with just rushing four guys, and then so it can create problems when they bring extra guys. But all across the board, they have great athletes. They got great skill guys that we can make great moves. They got good games, and that's going to be a big challenge for us.
I think they're only ranked 20th against the run, but it seems like the addition of Darius that they had before the deadline has really changed things. How big of an impact has he been for them?
Yeah, I mean he's a big load in there. I mean he does great things for him up front. A big presence. He can kind of clog up that that inside, and so it's tough sledding to run, and they do a great job in the pass game. They can get turnovers in the back end as well. I think really all four of their secondary guys do a great job, ball hawk kind of players. So it's going to be a good challenge for us.
Was today the first day that Luke and Dwayne have been able to physically practice together? What are the challenges that come from when Dwayne and Luke first kind of got together and played in that first game? They hadn't really practiced a whole lot together in that week.
Right. So I think the challenge is learning one another, and it's cool if you were talking to Coach Cable to him passing on information about how those guys were talking on the sideline. They don't get the work in practice at that point, so they were talking on the sideline. Okay, here's what just happened, and because they're both veteran players, they're able to talk it through and communicate on. Okay, here's how I'm going to handle that. Here's what we're going to do, and they quickly were able to get up to speed together. And the more they can be out here on the grass, obviously working together, then they'll be able to work even more of that stuff out. So it's important. You'd love to rest these guys the whole week and never do anything and just play the games, but that's not how this game is played. And you need the work together. You need the speed. You need to see the challenges from the defense up front. You need to see one-on-ones with the receivers, and being able to get the timing there. So all that practice reps, they're really valuable.
Justin Britt's role as the leader, have you seen it change, or I mean, kind of evolved, I should ask, from the beginning of the season to now, given the changes up front?
Yeah, I think it has evolved really since he's been here. You know, he's kind of been that piece. I mean, he kind of started out wide for us, right? He started at tackle, and then he moved into guard. Now he moved into the centerpiece of the offensive line. And you know, he's a quiet leader type. I think he really enjoys leading by example. He does a great job in his room, and he's kind of the veteran guy up there as well. So he knows our system the best. And I think just to be able to, from the center spot out, that communication, I think everyone just feels that sense of calm from him because of, you know, I'm running the show, I've got this, and he can communicate, and he can tell that side what to do, he can tell this side what to do. He's got a great handle on it, and you know, that is leadership.
There you go.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.